acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay tribute to their history, their culture and their ongoing contributions to our communities. And their contributions we're going to need in bucket loads because I think we do obviously need to deal with this really serious shift in Australian politics with an Abbott-led government. But for the moment, we've got a lot to celebrate. Adam Ban is returned in Melbourne, and that is... And what we can celebrate on top of that, the second best result in Australia for the Greens is in Granger. And that is so important, along with all the seats where you have worked so hard today, is that vote that you have mustered is providing such a solid foundation so we get Kate into the Senate. And that's what we're waiting to hear that news on right now. It depends on preferences, but your vote, your work has been absolutely critical to pushing us towards the line. So I've worked with Kate, I've campaigned with Kate, and we need her in the Senate, and thank you so much for all the work that you've done. What's happening around the country. As you know, the Senate's counted last. So what we've just done is been looking at House of Reps results to try and get an idea so we can share that with you. Now, for Western Australia and South Australia, it's too early to call. ACT and Queensland are looking really tough, but as you know, preferences are wild in this, so not being ruled out. The good news is that Victoria and Tasmania are in the bag. Now, Tasmania, there has been a big vote, but we've got two senators there, and one of them is a new Senator, Janet Rice. Yay! And just dealing with the Abbott factor, what's been big in this election is that it's a win for big money. Big money is corrupting democracy in this country. And I don't just mean in terms of the political donations, but running the elections. I was on 3 booths a day, and the Liberals had just swamped it. Swamped it with security guards last night, swamped it, plastic wraparound, as though you were back at Christo 20 years ago down at Little Bay. And then, so many people with so much material. The money that has been spent is very serious, and it highlights again why we need those caps on election expenditure. Yes! And the big issue is we need to focus on that with Abbott now in control, we've got a big issue. Now, you know your parliamentarians will continue to take the fight up to an Abbott government. But what is critical is the action like people like yourselves. You are the leaders in so many of the social and environmental movements that you are a part of. And that work now becomes all the more critical. It's those movements that we have to bring. Because what are we going to see from Abbott? More single parents doing it tough. More TAFEs closing. Less money for public schools. More cut out of higher education. And more coal dug up. And climate change escalating at even a more alarming rate. That's the future under Abbott. It's a future that we've had a very clear message of opposition to that we took into the election. And it's worth just thinking about what went down in Melbourne. Melbourne is obviously the jewel in the crown tonight. And why did we win Melbourne? I think it's really worth analysing this. We've got to get through the excitement of tonight in the next few days. Adam ran a principled campaign, a very strong left-wing campaign, where he got out there and was clearly opposed to the Abbott government, no support for an Abbott government, standing with many unions, environment groups, social justice organisations for a better deal for the disadvantaged. Big African community in his electorate, standing with them on refugee issues, standing with unions, about returning the right to strike into the legislation, the sort of stuff Labor would not do. And he has had this fantastic result where, with no allocation of preferences by any of those parties, he's defied the odds, defied those vultures from the media who are waiting to pick over the bones of the Greens, and he has won through on that principled stand. obviously lessons to be learned, as there is from every election campaign, and they are something that enrich us so we go forward in a united, energetic way, which so characterises the Greens. And I now have real pleasure in welcoming to the stage what we hope is our next Senate candidate. What I'm hoping is our next Senate candidate will be joining us in the party room. But first off, some thank yous. Thank yous firstly. Let's have a big shout out. They obviously can't be here, but those lower house campaigns have mobilised the vote that is moving Kate hopefully into the Senate. So let's hear it for them. And with the lights up here, I can't spot them, but a really big thank you. For this election campaign, we've had the biggest team ever working on the campaign. Jenny and Mel and her team, please stand up to the biggest thank you.
Hey!
As I said, I've campaigned with Kate, worked with Kate. She's ready for the Senate. We've done everything we can up to this point. It's now fingers crossed that the preferences flow. Please welcome Kate.